ontopoftheworld.com. That's ontopoftheworld.com.
Equal housing opportunity.
All right, 5 minutes after 8 o'clock, 60 degrees, and temperatures look like they're going to be pretty nice today. Partly cloudy skies, and hey, you're living in a beautiful place. So the rest of California is unbelievably drenched right now, right?
Yeah.
But they needed that water too, right? When it rains, it pours. Isn't that
Sure.
the Morton salt thing?
Yep.
Galen Unold is on the phone from LifeSouth Community Blood Center. Good morning, Galen.
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
Pretty good. Where are you right now?
Just on my way to Jacksonville.
Jacksonville again. Oh, my gosh. How many miles are you putting on your car?
I always put in about 500 to 900 miles a week.
Wow.
Driving.
That's unbelievable. You could be a truck driver.
No.
We had a story this morning about the Pope basically saying that you should put your phone down when you're having lunch, which makes sense, and the people should stop interrupting other people when they're talking. And I thought of something, and I wanted to tell you this because it's a radio thing. We did it. Robin and I have done interviews with a guy named Doc Love. He's a guy who gives advice to men on how to get ladies.
Yes.
Plural, by the way, plural. He's not giving you advice on how to find a wife.
Nope.
He's giving you advice on how to be a player. All right? And we always think it's a fun topic because it is a fun topic. But the guy won't shut up. The guy talks too much. He won't let me or Robin get a word in.
Yeah.
So I said to the publicist, we don't want him anymore. First of all he's really doing is selling some kind of a CD or some kind of a program. That's all it's really just using us to sell his crap, right?
Yeah.
All right. So
That's right.
So we put his interview up on YouTube like we do everything. And I get the most comments on that stupid interview from people who keep saying the interviewer keeps interrupting Doc Love. The interviewer keeps interrupting.
Yeah, he's on our show. We're not on his show.
and it's an interview.
Exactly.
It's not a monologue. It's not an infomercial. He wants it to be, but
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you know what I consider him? I consider him a bully, Galen. A bully.
Yes, he is a bully. Doc Love is a bully.
Galen's just sitting listening. I have an interesting topic today, by the way.
Okay.
All right, there is a game. I guess it started in 2014, maybe before that. The earliest I can find was 2014. It's called Escape Room. It's based on a video game, but it became a real rooms people had to escape from. Are you familiar with this?
Yeah.
Oh, you are. Have you ever done this?
Never done it, but I've heard of it. I know it's one of those trendy things right now. Sure.
It is trendy right now, and I guess
Blood drive, Adam.
you've had a blood drive at an escape room?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
And have you heard about inviting grandma? That's what they're saying, or grandpa, an older person. Have you heard about this?
No.
Okay. Well, part of it was, I got the feeling, it was a gag. It was grandma would get a kick out of this. You would imagine this is somebody who's got a good relationship with his grandmother. And like Robin's mom has a good relationship with all of her family. So I can imagine your mom being invited to one of these things. But grandma could figure out some of the riddles quicker than some of the younger people. So they thought she was going to be panicking. We can't get out of the room. She said, oh, no, just move this over there and this over here. That's how you do it. And yeah, it was kind of a funny story. Anyway, so why that's a topic is because now they have what they call extreme escape rooms. Have you heard of these?
Yeah, I mean, it just takes, once you do something, you have to do it. You have to up yourself every time.
Yeah.
I call it extreme. It's like water. It's not just water now.
They have a cruise. They have a cruise. I got an email for that cruise about a month ago that it's nothing but escape rooms. You go on this cruise and it's all escape rooms. Yeah, I sent it to TJ.
Doesn't that sound exhausting? Doesn't that sound exhausting? So what'd you do on your cruise? I just escaped from room to room.
Okay.
Like, you would need a nap.
Okay, but you escape with a team.
Yeah, you have to be a team player.
I understand how it works, yeah.
Okay, and that part, here's what I'm thinking. Grandma's going to do all the work, and at the end of it, you're sitting around the pool, and one person is bragging that if it wasn't for him, you'd still be in that room.
Yeah.
I'm thinking ego plays a role in this thing. What do you think?
Oh, of course it does. I mean, it's all, a lot of these places that are open to like corporate events, to do team building and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but for me, that doesn't sound like a vacation. I mean, I problem
Yeah,
solve.
I think I agree. Yeah, I think I agree.
You know what I mean? Honestly, I mean, maybe if you're not I problem solve from the time I wake up. Already got 2 emails I'm dealing with. Until the time I go to sleep, I'm problem solving. The last thing I want to do is go on vacation. Problem solve, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. That's not fun to me. No, I'd rather sit and read a book. That would be much more enjoyable than trying to figure out how to open this door.
This Las Vegas has some extreme escape rooms.
Oh, cool!
And I found one in Florida. It's in Marco Island, an extreme escape room.
Nice. We should try it. Marco Island's like, we could drive there. We could get everybody from here and Galen, and that'd be fun.
Galen was not going to come with us to Marco Island.
Not going. I mean, but again, that's not fun to me.
Would you do it as a fundraiser? Would you? Okay, I'm trying to figure out if anybody's doing this as a fundraiser. Like it says here, some of them are taking place in the Everglades.
Oh wow!
Oh my gosh! One takes place in a morgue.
Oh.
Oh, these people are giving it really. Oh, one is in a cell block.
Ooh.
At a prison.
I can see a fundraiser. That's a cool idea for a fundraiser.
I don't know. But they're getting really good remarks on here from people. My daughter went with 6 cousins between the ages of 11 and 14. She said it was fun and challenging, not too hard. Took teamwork, no complaints. She would go again.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't do it, but the 11 and 14-year-olds.
Still trying to get out of the Everglades. Back again to the city morgue. Oh my gosh.
Boy, that sounds cool.
Yeah? Does that sound like fun?
Yeah, and
Not at all.
Especially if we could do it as a fundraiser, that would be a lot of fun.
I wonder if I would have any skills with this at all. I don't know.
You're good at figuring out problems.
Yeah.
You've got an analytical mind.
Yeah, but I always let other people do it.
Yeah, but you can't this time.
When I'm by myself, I figure out everything.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. When I'm in the car, Galen, I never don't get to my destination. I always get where I'm supposed to be going. I'm not stuck someplace.
Unless you hit a cow.
Huh? Unless I hit the... No, even that day I got to where I needed to go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. There you go. Nothing could stop you.
But whenever I have anybody else in the car, anybody, including my GPS lady, they have a better idea on how to get to where I need to go. Does this happen to you? When you're driving, do people say to you, you should have turned here. It would have been shorter.
Yeah, sure. Of course.
How is it that I always know the longest way?
Talent.
Talent.
Well, my rule of thumb is I make at least one U-turn a day.
At least one U-turn a day.
But no, when you're working as a team, you have to contribute too. You can't just let everybody else do it. So you'd be very good at that.
Yeah, but see, I
got that one guy on the team who doesn't do his job and doesn't carry his weight.
Yeah, but I got a complex from when I was a kid. Would you shut up, Whitler? Let us do it. I got that complex.
Oh. Well, now you can show those guys.
Get over it. You're not a kid anymore. That's what I would tell you.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, it's me time again. One, yes, Beth has done that. Those are making sure they're here. But my main reason for calling is to once again thank Galen and those people that do all the blood bank stuff. I mean, when I had the brain bleed, it said 5 units of platelets. The 5th one, when I was in surgery itself, to save my life, I wouldn't be speaking here without Galen and the people that do the job that they do. So I just wanted to once again say a big thank you to Galen and all of the people that do the, blood collection and I think there's another word for collecting the platelet stuff. But thank you. Bye bye.
There you go. A happy customer again.
That's the kind of problem solving I like to do.
All right.
I get stuck in all this.
How is the blood supply right now, by the way? Speaking of blood.
We're still in emergency need of type O, so we just need people to get out there and give the life, donate blood. So yeah, support your local community. You never know whose life you're going to save.
The important part of this whole thing, which Tom really just underscored by giving us his testimony of receiving blood, is that rare. You don't get that very often, right? Somebody who has received blood. Penn Flooring, thank you for what you do. Guess what? If Galen didn't do what he did, then Tom couldn't have said what he said. And nobody could have done anything if it wasn't for the two sponsors.
Right.
So this, I mean, it's a big circle, right? Penn Flooring, thank you for doing that. If you need any flooring, our recommendation is to go to Penn Flooring and see what they have. They have a showroom so you can see for yourself. Try to imagine what it would look like in your home or your office. We have it right here at WOCA, very durable and very easy to maintain. They are at 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the McKay-Williams Bridge, a few blocks from Pine Avenue. Palm Garden of Ocala, thank you. I'm imagining that a lot of people who have received blood have ended up being rehabilitated over at Palm Garden. I'm just guessing it's just part of life over there. Go to Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center and ask them for a tour. You will see for yourself why we consider them one of the best in the community. By the way, all facilities do not have these two words, skilled nursing. They do not all say that. Palm Garden has skilled nursing. You need to know that. It's an important part of what they do. Ask them what that means for you or your loved one if you're going there. They are located at 2700 Southwest 34th Street. I don't know what we're talking about on the other side because I think we ran the whole extreme break thing, the escape room, to the ground. We'll be right back with Galen on the other side.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Times of clouds and sunshine and warm on this Tuesday, high 78 to 82. Then becoming mostly cloudy Tuesday nights with a shower in spots late, low 61 to 65. Wednesday will be cloudy and not as warm with periods of rain, some heavy, and a thunderstorm. There could be some flooding, the highs in the 70s. Thursday mostly cloudy, still a bit of rain and a thunderstorm, high 76 to 80. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Palm Garden wants to get to the heart of the matter. If you've been in the hospital as a cardiac patient, maybe you have a pacemaker or congestive heart failure or an arrhythmia, or perhaps you're a heart bypass patient, then consider Palm Garden as your rehab choice. With proven outcomes second to none, Palm Garden fixes broken hearts. Call today at 854-6262. That's 854-6262.
Tick-tock. The days fly by, and we find tax season is upon us once again. Not to worry, though. With a reputable CPA firm on your side, you can rest assured that all of your needs will be handled in a professional and thorough manner. Robson, Scribner & Stewart is just that firm. They're there for their clients year-round, not just during tax season, to handle your needs and answer any questions you may encounter. At Robson, Scribner & Stewart, there is no client too small or too large. Their expertise ranges from the single individual to the largest of corporations. Get your return prepared by a professional who will use their years of experience to ensure that your tax return's outcome will leave you in the best possible position. Call them today at 694-4184. Robson, Scribner & Stewart. They're there for you today. Again, that number is 694-4184. Time is of the essence, so don't delay. 694-4184.
You've got a garden, and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
Hi, this is Vanessa Lane Jennings with the Jennings Law Firm, located here in beautiful Ocala. Join me every single Friday at 10:30 for Legal Lane. We'll be discussing various legal topics such as family law, criminal law, contracts, and much more. So this is your chance to call in with your legal questions and have them answered. That's every Friday, 10:30, right here, WOCA The Source.
The most trusted name in news, Fox News, every half hour, only on 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
All right, 19 minutes after 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Galen Unold is on the phone from LifeSouth Community Blood Center. Real quickly on the air, I wanted to repeat some of what we just said off the air. I took our friend Doug to the batting cage this past
Yes.
Sunday. For those who don't know, Doug is 55, 56 years old.
56.
He's been living with Down syndrome. He was born with it, of course, and I've known him since he was 11. Anyway, so we got to the batting cage, and I took a little video of him, and the one person he wanted to see that video more than anybody else was Galen Unold.
Yes.
And so Galen was so nice. He went because Galen hates Facebook, and so I tagged him on Facebook, and he went there. Galen did, and he put a nice comment on there with a little like a coaching talk is what I call it. It was coaching talk.
Yeah.
And, oh gosh, Galen, you made Doug's day when I read that to him. It made his day. Just, I mean, you're his hero or something.
Yeah, you are his hero.
Oh, well, that's cool. That's cool.
All right. So
Appreciate that.
speaking of sports, the Daytona 500 is this Sunday. Mm-hmm. We're gonna give tickets away to it at 11:40 this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
And you're gonna be
weather is supposed to be perfect.
Oh, that's good. That's the one thing I wouldn't want to go. I wouldn't want to go to that and have to sit under the bleachers waiting for the rain to stop. That would be horrible.
Oh.
Galen did that
I know.
2 years ago with his son.
I remember that, yeah.
And their
That's why the first thing I did this morning is I'm like, okay, let me look at the 7-day outlook. Let me see what the rain is. Because I need to make better decisions.
So you're doing a broadcast from the 500, right?
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
So is this? Are you doing it with somebody, or are you doing it by yourself?
I'm probably going to do it by myself. I'm bringing a buddy of mine. You know what? I had 3 people turn me down. I'm like, hey, I got an extra pass to the 500. Do you want to go? And I got 3 people turn me down. So
wow.
My 4th option is going. So. Yeah, he's never been, so it'll be a good time.
So
I like taking people who have never been because I think it's a lot more fun. See it through their eyes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, it is.
So where do you go?
I've been there. I've been to like 25 different races there, I think.
Wow. So do they actually set you up in a broadcast booth or like a press box or something?
Well, you're in a table. You got a table in a pavilion, and so what ends up happening is you have you're inside the infield. And what they call the fan experience. And so people think you're important. I think it's hilarious. You have headphones on and you're talking about the race.
Sure, yeah.
And the second you have somebody come up and talk to you, like you're interviewing them, then everybody will come over and take pictures. And what invariably happens is one person will come up and say, hey, who is that? And then you tell them, they're like, oh, yeah, I thought that was him. And they're like, you never heard of that guy in your life. The last time I was there, I was with one of the interns from the station.
Uh-huh.
And we were interviewing a guy who was like the media reporter from Peoria, Illinois. And somebody came up and said, yeah, I thought that was him. I'm a big fan of his.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm sure you are.
They don't think... Wait a minute. They don't think you're famous?
They have no idea who I am.
I bet you they think they do.
I mean,
I bet you they say,
they think I am, but I mean, and I usually put up the, our banner or something up there. But yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it just because I love the event. I think it means a lot more to the state of Florida than people will ever give it credit for, as far as tourism and the amount of positive publicity it gives us.
I wonder why.
That race made Daytona.
But
that
why?
Race is why the Daytona Beach is so famous.
But why do you say that it doesn't? Nobody gives it credit. It seems like everybody does.
Because I think it's looked at as less than by a lot of people in our community. Not in Ocala necessarily, because we're pretty rednecky. But so I go to Jacksonville a lot. I go to Daytona, Gainesville, work in Gainesville, and it's like, no, why would I go and hang out with those people? So it's that kind of a mentality.
Oh my gosh!
You got to remember, Alachua County is a very blue county, and so. They look at, they're very elitist.
I don't understand what that has to do with liking NASCAR. That doesn't even register for me.
Oh, yeah, it does.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I'm not arguing with you.
Go Gators.
I know what you're saying, and I'm not arguing. I just don't get it. I don't get why, if I was a Democrat, why would I not like NASCAR? That doesn't even make sense.
I don't know. Just people think that anybody who watches NASCAR make left turns is stupid. and this is what I tell everybody: until you've been. My wife was the same way. She goes, "Why would I want to see that?" And then when she saw it, and you see the energy that these cars put out, and just how fast they're going, TV doesn't do it justice. It just that you cannot see the raw speed that these guys are doing, and just how close they are. It's an amazing experience.
There was a tragic story out of the Volusia Speedway, not the big one, but the smaller one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yep.
The car left the runway or something. The road.
That was
left
awful.
the road.
Left the track and flipped over and went into the. It's great. I've been to that racetrack a few times, and I've read the story, and I'm trying still, and I haven't seen a video of it, but I'm trying to figure out how that could even occur because of the way the track is shaped. I know it was a winged car, but I just can't figure out how they got to where they ended up. I don't know how that happened, unless there was some serious driver error or equipment failure or something.
So tell me about the broadcast you're doing on Sunday. What time do you start, and are you broadcasting during the race, before the race, or both?
Yeah, we're going to go live at 11 o'clock. We'll go on for an hour. I'm going to have Winston Kelly on, Larry. So I had him on a couple of years ago. He's in the NASCAR Hall of Fame. He's a radio play-by-play guy.
Okay.
And we always talk about, some of the old days of NASCAR. And, I was talking to my mom yesterday, and I think the first race I went to was in 76 or 77 with my Uncle Bill. And then I went with him 3 or 4 years in a row, and I would go with my father. And so, I like to talk about some of the old guard, the Buddy Bakers, the A.J. Foyts, and Mario Andretti when he raced in NASCAR, those kinds of days. And I do more than today. And how the track has changed is just.
I think as a listener, I would love to hear that stuff. That's the kind of stuff that I always perk my ears up at that stuff when I'm listening to sports radio on the weekend, which I do a lot because we carry it. That's what I listen to when they start talking stats and things like that. I'm lost. I have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah, I think stats are boring. Stats are for nerds.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, it's me, Tom, again. Tell Galen not to feel bad. I have investigated when I was in the Air Force and I was working in law enforcement and investigated accidents and looked at the accident scene and trying to figure out what the heck happened and stuff. It could take traffic engineers years to figure out, but the physics part of the dynamics of an accident to figure out exactly what went wrong. And I mean, we're not talking about cars traveling at 200 or almost 200 miles an hour. We're talking about cars traveling at 30 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Where you're just looking at it and saying, how did that happen? How could they be there when they were started there? So tell Galen, it's okay.
I think you're telling him.
He is in it's going to be years before the physicists figure out what the hell happened that day or yesterday during Sunday during the 500, because there's so many different variables that come into play. I mean, it's just unbelievable when you get into accident investigation science. It's just traffic accident. Traffic.
Yeah, I think so.
Accident investigation science.
All right, we got 1 minute.
All right.
You got 1 minute. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate that. All right, so Galen's going to be on Sunday. Of course, he'll be with us the rest of the week, so we'll probably mention this again. And if you want to get your name into the Shiny Blue Box, we'll be picking one name out of that box at 11:40 today. You got to go to the Facebook page for WOCA and send us a private message telling us you want to be in the name, phone number, and email. And then you could be going there. You could be seeing Galen at the table talking to famous people from
Peoria, Illinois.
Peoria, thank you. All right, Galen, where's the Bloodmobile today?
Bloodmobile today is at Time Customer Service, right there in the Cascades, right across the street.
Right across the street.
From LifeSouth,
They don't have to go too far today.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, Galen, thank you for what you do, and be careful driving to Jacksonville.
All right, thanks, you guys.
All right,
Bye, all.
We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. The president's new national security advisor expected to be in attendance at a national security briefing today.
Lieutenant General H.R. McMaster, a highly respected, battle-tested, decorated career officer and military strategist, and he says he's ready to answer the call.
Doing everything I can to advance and protect the interests of the American people.
McMaster is also receiving some praise from congressional Democrats.
Fox's Griff Jenkins. Police in Barcelona, Spain, interrogating a man who drove a truck with butane gas tanks at high speed against